Hey guys, I'm Otto from Everything Amiibo, and welcome to my list of the top 10 Rainmaker weapons in Splatoon. Before we begin, I'm going to go over some disclaimers. First of all, this list was compiled by Team Evam's Ethan, now known as Evam Echo. While all the rest of the video is produced by me, this is a joint effort, so the results will hopefully be a bit less personal. Even when taking that into account, you should still remember that this is our personal opinion of the top 10 weapons and not a definitive list. Lastly, I'll have footage of each weapon on Turf Wars playing in the background, but this does not at all represent any of the techniques or stats. It's simply something visually exciting to look at while you listen. Without further ado, let's get started on the top 10 weapons for Rainmaker mode. At number 10 is the Carbon Roller with the Burst Bomb sub and the Ink Zuka special. The most important thing to note about the Carbon Roller, and easily its best feature, is its ridiculous kill time. Fire out one of those splat bombs and follow up with a hit, and you've got an instant kill on anyone. You can also pretty simply just get up close and swing, and that'll net you a one-hit KO as well. Despite its power, the Carbon Roller has impressive speed that you could use to catch up to the Rainmaker, or you can charge up your special very quickly with the roller's wide inking range and use the Ink Zuka to snipe. In 9th place is the Custom Blaster with the Point Sensor sub and the Bubbler special. This weapon especially excels in close quarters maps with the ability to shoot round corners without putting yourself in danger, and an instant kill in very tight spots. It's great for clearing out crowded spots around the Rainmaker, and both the sub and special support its proficiency in close combat. Of course, this dedication to a single range is what's holding the weapon back from placing higher. Up next is the Dual Squelcher in 8th place, with the Splat Bomb sub and the Echolocator special. This set is easily one of my favorite for any modes because it's a super well-rounded jack-of-all-trades set with a very flexible sub, the Splat Bomb, a team-assisting special, Echolocator, and a deadly accurate long-ranged 1v1 gun, the Dual Squelcher. Its main weakness is the power of its shot. Also, Echolocator isn't exactly the perfect special for Rainmaker, considering you almost always know exactly where the Rainmaker or Rainmaker holder is. Coming in at number 7, the infamous Krak-on Splat Roller with the Squid Beacon sub and the Krak-on special. Let's tackle the elephant in the room first. The Krak-on special is extremely overpowered in Rainmaker, so why not make use of that? Activating your special will pretty much guarantee you control of the Rainmaker and a couple kills along with it. The roller itself will instant kill just about everything in any situation, and it has decent range when standing up and flinging your ink to keep foes at bay. And of course there's the Squid Beacon, a useful asset to any team, but not particularly good for Rainmaker. number 6, we have the .52 gal with the Splash Wall sub and the Killer Whale special. The first thing that distinguishes the .52 gal is that incredibly annoying Splash Wall sub. You can use it to perform all sorts of nasty exploits or just as a shield for you and your teammates. Combining that with the .52 gal's ridiculous 2 hits to kill gives you a solid support and one-on-one weapon. It's a real shame that its range and special let this weapon down a little bit. Here we go, guys, it's top 5. Leading the charge is the KELP SPLATTERSCOPE with the Sprinkler sub and the Killer Whale special. With this being the first sniper class weapon in our top 10, I'll go over the basics of the advantages of this type of gun. You have a very large range with the SPLATTERSCOPE, and if you fully charge your shot, you can kill anything in one hit. Charging to almost full charge will also kill most times. You can use snipers like this to lock down key areas by finding high ground and stopping the assault of any enemies. That is, if you're good enough at aiming. The sub and special are decent, but you need to be aware of how to use them properly, like using the Sprinkler as a distraction, or the Killer Whale to kill the Rainmaker. Taking number 4 is the SPLATTERSHOT Pro Forge, with the point sensor sub and the Inkzuka special. This gun is very accurate and has a high damage output, proving that it truly is, as its name suggests, for the pros. However amazing or crap you are at aiming, this gun will translate that directly to your score. Marking targets with your sub will help you with your accuracy, and if you ever do somehow charge up your special, then you can use the Inkzuka. Going home with a bronze medal is the TENTATEK SPLATTERSHOT with the Suction Bomb sub and the Inkzuka special. The TENTATEK is easily my personal favorite gun in the entire game and my favorite for Rainmaker, but since this is EVM Echo's list, the TENTATEK took 3rd. Now there are a lot of advantages to this weapon, like the fact that it kills really fast and has decent range, so it's pretty good for one-on-ones, but also because it inks the ground fast and fires fast, you can ink around the place and duck into the ink to get behind your opponent and backstab. You can also use its sub-weapon, the Suction Bomb, to confuse your opponents while you run in and again try to backstab them or face them head on as they retreat, or just get plain confused by the placement of your bomb. And of course, since it covers the turf pretty quickly, you can charge up your special in no time and use the Inkzuka to snipe foes or to get yourself out of a tricky situation with too many. This set requires a lot of skill, to be fair, but if you play your cards right and you're really sneaky with it, you can get around the Rainmaker and decimate him in a second. Claiming the place of runner-up is the E-LITRE 3K scope with the Burst Bomb sub and the Echolocator special. The E-LITRE scope has the longest range of any gun in the entire game. This helps to take down the Rainmaker from afar, and you can secure entire giant areas just by finding some high ground and having good sniping skills. Wearing the correct set of equipment is very important for this gun. If you stock up on attack ups, you can charge your gun to between 50 and 75% and still manage a one-hit kill. This improves your overall time to kill, upping your game when firing at multiple opponents, and assists you in close range when you can charge up an instant kill faster than a lot of other guns out there. Speaking of close combat, if you ever find yourself in danger and unable to aim, fire 2 or 3 burst bombs, and you'll see why this iteration of the E-LITRE 3K is the most preferred. Hold on a sec, something seems to be broken. Well, while we're waiting, might as well give you some extra information. Let's start with some honorable mentions. These 3 weapons didn't make it to the top 10, but are definitely worth a shot. That's the L3 Nozzle Nose, the Dynamo Roller, and the Jet Squelcher. Go try them out yourself and tell me where you think these would have placed on a top 10 or top 20. Lastly, don't get too hung up over who got 1st, 2nd, 3rd, 4th, and 5th. They're all really interchangeable, to be honest, and you could even say that some of the bottom 5 could make it into the top. Make sure you let me know in the comments below what your opinion on this ranking is, and if you don't have one, I hope this video helped you to form an opinion on what the best weapon for Rainmaker is. Speaking of which, looks like it's fixed. And at number 1, taking the golden Rainmaker trophy, kind of literally, is the .96 Gal Deco. Oh, and Splash Wall sub, Krak-on special, and all that. Alright, let's get started. The .96 shares a sub weapon with its cousin, the .52 Gal, that being the ever-resented Splash Wall. Using it for its design purpose is pretty effective, but there are a ton of Splash Wall glitches, exploits, and tactics that are still being discovered right now. The future of the Splatoon meta definitely revolves around this sub weapon. And let's not forget the direct application of this sub in Rainmaker mode, that is, blocking the Rainmaker from a certain path and shielding his blasts. If that sub weapon wasn't enough, the .96 also packs one of the most overpowered specials for Rainmaker, the Krak-on. As I've said before, this guarantees you control of the Rainmaker unless any grates are nearby, and it can be used to get a number of kills on your unsuspecting opponents. Let's talk about the gun itself. The .96 iteration has the highest range of any of the Gal weapons, and keeps its trademark 2 hits to kill power. It's not so great in close range melees as its firing speed is slow, but it's pretty much perfect for mid to long range combat, which is essentially Rainmaker mode. I have to admit, the slow moving shots and the feeling of the lack of accuracy that brings takes some getting used to. But once you do, you'll be dominating Rainmaker in no time. Thank you so much for watching, everyone. If you enjoyed this video, make sure you leave a like and subscribe to Everything Amiibo for more Splatoon top 10s and for more Nintendo toys and games. Also, I worked really hard, some 8 hours on this video, so if you did at all enjoy it, make sure you share the heck out of it and tell all your friends. The more support this video gets, the sooner I can make my next Splatoon top 10, or a top 10 from another game. One final thing before I leave you, as I hinted at earlier, I'm part of a competitive Splatoon team called Team EVAM. Currently me and Echo are the only members, so we're very much looking for 2 more people to make that classic 4-man Splatoon Squid Squad. If you're over 13, speak fluent English, have a rank of at least B, feel free to apply to the team by sending an email to everythingamiibo@gmail.com. I'll see you guys later.